Hey guys, this is Eddie and this is a special edition of On Board. Today we're going to go over how I'm going to prepare my boat for the hurricane that's going to be coming. So one of the most important things, I want to make sure that the boat is tied up right. I want to have enough lines on the boat so that if something does happen to the boat, it's definitely secured to all the cleats. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I have enough bumpers on the boat. So if you come over here, you'll see I put one bumper in the back over here, another one floating over there. I got a third one right over here. And then finally a fourth one. I'm going to make sure that these are touching the water and the ones that are already in the water, because I want to make sure if the tide comes up, it's going to protect the boat when it comes up the side. And now the nice thing about my slip is if the tide does come up too high, you see I have these boards that the boat can rise up with, and it's not going to come on land, which is one problem that a lot of people have, especially if you're in sideways. So I also put double lines on the center just to make sure that the boat stays, and I got the one on the front. Now, another thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to deflate my dinghy, take it off the boat, or bring it back home and tie it down securely. I want to make sure that my canvases are all the way tucked in, like the back one is over there. So I'm going to be doing that with the front canvas. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to tie extra lines up. And if you come over here, now I got my 4 lines over there. I'm just going to put an extra line in the back. All my nets, all of this have to come off the boat on this cleat, and I'm going to go far out to a further cleat, leaving enough space and tying it up tight. I'm going to take my other line. Now this line I'm going to take on the opposite cleat from there after I take my dinghy off and put it over there and leave enough space as well, so I know that the boat will be secure for the storm. So now I'm going to take off the dinghy. Okay. Now I'm untying my dinghy. I'm going to end up deflating this and taking this home with me, or leaving it in the cabin after it's deflated. The top part I'm going to push all the way back and put the canvas on there and make sure that's good. From the cleat over here onto the cleat on the dock again. Okay, I'm going to put my last canvas in, make sure that's all tucked in. 2 reasons why you're doing the canvases. 1, you don't want them to rip apart and then you're going to have to buy new ones. It costs you a fortune. Second reason is you don't want the boat to catch too much wind and bounce in and out of the dock. So this will help you eliminate that. Okay guys, as you can see, I've wrapped up all my canvases. They're all tucked in. I'm going to be taking my nets, putting them in the boat, putting my dinghy that's deflated now in the boat, the cockpit cover on, all my lines are secured. I got all my bumpers. Boat's all pretty much ready for the storm. Okay guys, I'm going to put on my cockpit cover. I'm just about done with that. So I'm just clipping these back snaps on, making sure it's all secured so no water gets in there. Now this is tight to the boat, so it shouldn't lift up. Now my camper top is all tucked in, all tied up nice. The front part's all tucked in, all in nice. My dinghy is inside the boat. I deflated that. You saw that. My nets, everything's in that can blow away. I put my extra line on the back. I put one on the front bow as well. And I have my 4 lines along the side, along with some extra bumpers as well. Now I do have these bridges that come up, so if the tide does come above the dock, the boat's going to be safe. I'm fortunate to have that. So what we're going to do right now is take a ride over to my friend's boat. He backs his boat in. We're going to show you how we crisscross the lines in the front and the back and set the springers up as well. So come on, we'll take a ride and take a look at that. Okay guys, I'm over by my friend George's boat. He backs his boat in, so if you can see when you're looking at his boat, how we're going to prepare for him for the storm is pretty much, he's going to crisscross the 2 back lines. You're going to see the ones crisscrossed already. I'm going to put 1 more line across. We have 2 lines coming off with the springers, making sure there's enough room for it, and the 2 bow lines are crossed in the front. Now he's got his cockpit cover on already. We're going to pop that off, make sure his top canvases are in so nothing gets blown around from the hurricane. So I'm just going to tie this last line over here. Monitor this before the weekend to make sure we have enough slack in here. If the tide does come up, he has a good chance of the platform coming above the dock and cracking it up like it already is, because my friend George isn't the best person to back up his boat, so you can see what he does. But this will eliminate the boat swinging side to side. So if it does get loose, it won't hit that boat or that boat. That's why we crisscross the same thing in the front. We got one going to this pole, and the other one is crisscross from the opposite cleat, going right up to this. If you take a look in the back, got my springers going on there, a line, and the back is crisscrossed as well. So this is pretty secured for the storm. And you can see how I did the back lines. Okay guys, all my lines are secured. I just tied everything up. We're all good with that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop off the cockpit cover, push in our canvases, make sure the wind doesn't get underneath them and rip them out. I'll put the cockpit cover back on. I'm going to leave this on for the storm so the inside doesn't get all wet. I hope this helped you out. Once again, my name is Eddie. This is another edition of On Board. Good luck with the storm. I'll see you next time.